Welcome back, Tigers! This is the next video in our Salesforce quotes series. Now, when a deal is finally won, most teams only look at what they sold. But the products that were removed along the way often reveal more about pricing pressure, product issues, or customer objections than the final deal itself. In this video, we'll focus on why capturing lost product data matters and how to design Salesforce to support it. Now, this video focuses on the initial setup only, and in a follow-up video, we'll show you how to build automations to track lost products for your won opportunities. Our objective is to put together a dashboard that looks just like this. We need to be able to understand which products are removed the most from our quotes and don't make it to the closed won opportunity. If we look at this component here, we can see that the gold support package represents the most revenue that is removed from quotes and doesn't make it to our closed won ops. If we look at this component here, we can see that these products are removed the most. These metrics are based on record count. Our influencer marketing campaigns and competitor analysis reports were removed 22 times from the quotes and didn't make it to the closed won opportunity. Having metrics like this is going to help you understand which products maybe need pricing adjustments or incentive programs wrapped around them to help drive sales. Now let's go check out what we need to build in Salesforce to get you lost quote product tracking. All right, here we are in Salesforce, and we're going to get the data structure set up in this video so that we can track the lost products for our opportunities. And this is going to require us to have a new custom object that's going to track the lost products. So we're going to go into Setup, we're going to go to Object Manager, and we're going to create a new custom object. We're going to call this object Lost Product Tracking. And the description is this object stores the products that were removed from quotes during the negotiation process. Now we're going to change this to an auto number. Our display format is going to be LP, and then our starting number will be 1. We're going to allow reports because we know we're going to want to report on this. And then if you want to make a tab, you can. It's sometimes easier to troubleshoot if your automations are working or not. And we're going to need to make sure our automations are working in our next video. We'll go ahead and create a tab here. And I don't want to include it in all of my apps. Okay, so we need to create some fields here. This record is going to be related to the quote, the opportunity, and the product objects. So we're going to create 3 different lookup fields. So we'll do our quote object first. We'll add in a description here. This is the quote the product was removed from. And then we're going to make this read only for everybody. And then we do want to add this related list to our quote layout. And then we're going to go and create our opportunity lookup field next. So this is the opportunity related to the quote the product was removed from. This is read only as well. We'll add it to the layout, and then we will also add it to the opportunity page layout as a related list. Our third lookup field is to the product. This is the product that was removed from the opportunity. We'll add that to the layout, and we'll also add it as a related list to the product layout. Our next field is going to be a currency field. So this is going to be the sales price of the product that was removed. So depending on how many decimal places you have on your sales price, you'll want to mimic that here. Some people have 5 or 8 decimal places due to rounding. So this is the price of the quote product that was deleted from the quote. This is going to be read only as well. Our next field is going to be the quantity. So that is going to be a number. If your quantity has decimal places on your product, you will want to mimic that same structure here. So this is the quantity of the quote product that was deleted from the quote. Next, we're going to do a formula field. So this is going to mimic the total price field on the opportunity product and the quote product. So this is just going to be a formula that takes the quantity times the sales price. So this will be a currency. Now, if you're using discounts, you will also want to make sure that you include the discount field in this calculation. So you'll need to add a custom discount field. So this is quantity times our sales price. And we want this to treat blank fields as zeros, and I'm going to give it a description. We'll add in the discount field here in a second. We'll make this read only as well. And then we'll just come back to our total price and we'll add in the discount field. So we need to add in an if-then formula here. And the reason why we need to do this is because your discount field could be blank or it could be zero. So we're going to write this if statement. So if the discount is blank or it's zero, then we want to return 1, because then we're going to multiply quantity times sales price times 1. If it's not 0 or null, we're going to return the value of the discount field. We'll save that. Now, if you have any other fields that are custom fields on your quote product or opportunity product, you'll also want to store those here if you need this for reporting. Okay, now we're going to go over to our quote line item object. And we're going to create a new field here. This is going to be a helper field that we're going to use in the future video. We're going to create a formula here, and we're going to bring over the case safe ID of the opportunity. So our formula is going to be case safe ID of the opportunity ID on the quote. In order to get that ID, you will just go to quote, and then opportunity ID, and you would insert that. And then make sure you put the case safe ID function around it, or else you'll get the 15-digit version and then your flow won't work. Then we're going to put in some help text here. This is the opportunity ID related to the quote this product is related to. This field is a helper field used in a flow to easily query quote line item records. So you'll see how that is used. This does not need to go on the layout. Actually, we're going to add it to the layout for debugging, but after you debug and confirm everything's working, you can remove it from the layout because your users aren't going to need that field. Now let's go ahead and update all of the product, opportunity, and quote page layouts to make sure that the related list is showing our additional fields for our new custom object. So we're going to go over to our page layout here. And we should see down here our lost product tracking. We'll move this up a little bit. And then I will add in all my fields. I'm going to sort this by last modified date. And so this is the order of the fields that you'll probably want to keep consistent on all of your pages. So we'll save that. And we'll do the same thing on the product and opportunity here. Go ahead and jam out to some tunes. Okay, the last thing I'm going to do is come back to my custom object, and I'm just going to update the page layout there. The user does not need to see that tracking name. They don't need to see the owner. Okay, then I usually like to make a lightning record page so it doesn't have all kinds of crazy miscellaneous buttons on it. So we'll go ahead and create that real fast since it literally takes less than a minute to do. We're going to make this have dynamic actions, and our users aren't going to have any capabilities on this, but we might want to have some buttons here that allows us to debug and edit records and clone records so we can make sure certain things are working or not working. So we'll give us this capability, but then you really don't need any buttons on this object for your users. And we'll assign this as the org default because we don't need to make it more complicated than it needs to be and assign to apps and profiles. Everybody's going to use the same record page. Okay, now let's go check out our opportunity page and make sure that we see the lost product tracking related list, and we do. Okay, so our page layouts are all set up. Now, one thing I want to make sure that you guys are aware of before you even instill this process is you need to make sure that you are preventing your users from deleting products from quotes that were submitted to your customer. So you're going to have to put some rules and guidelines in around how people are working with quotes if you ever want to be able to see which quotes have lost products. Now, if you are requiring your users to start quotes from scratch and you don't have a clone quote button, that's just mean. Make sure that you create a custom clone quote button so that your users can create a cloned quote that copies over the quote line items. They don't have to start from scratch, and then they won't get mad at you when you tell them that you can't delete products from a quote that's already been sent to a customer. You have to create a new one. So that functionality needs to be in place. You also need to do the steps in the video where we're preventing our users from deleting quote products. That is in part 7. You may have additional criteria that you want to add to the flow that we created in that video that's going to prevent users from deleting quote products under different criteria. So make sure you really give this some thought. All right, so we've got everything set up and we are ready to set up our automations. I'll see you in the next video. That's it. That's a wrap. Be sure to subscribe to Blue Tiger Academy so you don't miss our next video where we will show you how to take this even further. We will learn how to build automations that automatically identify and track lost products when deals are won and when quotes change after the opportunity is closed. Let us know in the comments below if you have any questions or if you'd like to see a video on a different Salesforce topic. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.